Welcome back to Super Sentai Review episode number 259. We're here discussing episodes 12 to 16 of Boukenger. The first two episodes are standalone, and 15 and 16 is a two-part. I'll get to those. First segment 14 mostly put very much a 101 filler episode. Oh, I should mention this about 12 and 14. It does feature Dark Shadow showing up, and they apparently have agreed on Gaia's suggestion when they first showed up to have his grunts work with them. Because he has nothing to do. No, seriously. Yeah, 12-14, we have the curses, which are High Priest Gaia's grunts, and he doesn't show up. As a matter of fact, out of all their appearances, he's absent for 5 of them. Yeah, it's almost like, hey, we have these really cool grunts, and Dark Shadow doesn't have any grunts, so take them, basically, just use them when you want to. Yeah, 12 is basically what this starts with, and this kind of lasts for a good chunk of the series, where the curses will work with, well, I can tell anyways, they work with Dark Shadow. And that's the thing, though. Gaja himself is actually absent for 6 straight episodes. He's absent from episodes 12 to 17. He doesn't finally return after... Excuse me. It seems like he's there for like around the first 11 episodes, skipping only 2. And then he disappears for 6 straight episodes. Now, I do not know what was the reason why that they had him disappear. He just is not here. As a matter of fact, also, the Gordon civilization at this point are doing practically nothing. Because they've had like 2 episodes, what they have basically so far. Out of the 16 I've watched, they've had 2 episodes have two of their monsters. And here's the thing, they only get 5 the entire series. Only 5. I've never gone through 2 already. First is basically one of their giant gods. We have giant god Gordon from the first episode. You have Morgan episode 6. And nothing to episode 20. No, seriously. It's like, this character, it's like, he's a cool character, love the design, but it's like, they have nothing for him to do. It's just still waiting for something to do. My guess is maybe the actor wasn't available or something, but good gosh, it's like nothing. At least Crater King Rathwan is in two of these episodes. Yeah, if you're curious, like, who is the 13? Gaja's not there. Is it Jirah? Yes, he is there. Now, in the case of episode 12, aside from the fact that we get basically now... Aside from the fact that we have revelation that the curses are working with, well, Dark Shadow. What's the story of episode 12? 12 is basically in their hands these pipes, which apparently are based upon a real-life historical story. Like, that's interesting. Yeah, aside from that, it definitely feels like a standalone episode. 13 is all about Kaguya. This is based upon, I think, like a Chinese legend, I believe it is. Yeah, also the fact that apparently that the Blue Baka Blue basically falls for her because she's a very lovely woman. The actress player was really good looking at the time. Well, she's only like a year older than me, so of course basically she's good looking. Yep. Of course, she's known for being Kyra Kiva is basically one of the lead characters in the show. Yeah, and surprisingly, she's only here for 1 episode. Yep. 14 is, like I mentioned, really pointless. Like, oh, we get potential exploration of Bakio's past, and it is just a stupid plot by Dark Shadow to get their hands on the weapon of the episode. Yeah. really pointless. It doesn't feel like it advanced anything. It's just basically, my guess is they probably didn't want to do her past just yet. It's like they kept hinting at it. But it's like this one, let's just basically put pause. It's like this episode saying, yeah, we're going to put pause and exploring her past until we get back to it. Yes, so 15 and 16 is a really good two-parter. I love this two-parter. Where Rob was, the Creator King is back, and this whole thing, he's helping this guy named Reggie, who's one of his wicked dragons, who basically wants to get hands on this aqua crystal. His desire, Riki, is to get his hands on to get hands on it so he can revive the city. The city of the Water Metropolis. Like, okay. And here's a strange fun fact about his monster form. Did you know they actually use this monster, this form, for the character Tyson, aka the Mercury Ranger from Operation Overdrive? Yes, for some reason they essentially put the character is going to be next. I'll just discuss him, and it took this guy's monster and they combine. It's like they took the two characters, combine them to one. And there's also this little thing in his bag, like has pieces of basically this crystal. I think it's like some rare jewel. That's what Mr. Voice says, but no, it's just power of water. Yep. And they said, oh yeah, the people are scattered. Like the people left. Like aside from the Elder and Riki, there's like nobody else here. But this is an excellent two-parter. I love it. Probably by far the most noteworthy thing about this two-parter is we have the debut of the 10th Zord. The GoGo Jet, which reminded me a lot of the jet. Well, I can tell of the two jets they have here. This one in particular reminded me of by appearance-wise, it reminded me a lot of the Go Vulture from Go Ranger, which is probably done on purpose. Mm-hmm. And of course, it combined with Super Boukenger form. Therefore, as I think this one is the Super Rumbling Fusion document one. I thought that was a really cool idea. Mm-hmm. And of course, this thing makes its first appearance in like I think it was an episode like 16. This is basically its debut appearance. Mm-hmm. And by the end, basically, the character Riki, he gets basically his story. Him and his mentor, Maggie. Which I sound like, oh, it's the mentor from GoGo 5. Yep. Yep. As soon as I saw him, like, yep, that's the mentor for GoGo 5. And you might be thinking, what is his second ever role? Yes. From what I can tell anyways. Yeah, as far as I can tell when it comes to Sentai, he would not appear again after this in Sentai. Nope. This will be his last appearance in Sentai. Excuse me. No, is he still alive? From what I can tell, he still is. It's just that he's not doing anything. I mean, his last thing he basically was in was a show called Sexy Voiced in Robo. Which I don't know exactly what the heck this is. Like a spy show. I think my guess is either he's retired or he just basically has nothing really to do. That's what it seems like to me. It's just like I think he might be just retired from acting. Mm-hmm. So apparently, I think it's like I think he does music nowadays, but I don't think anything acting wise. I don't think he does anything anymore. Actually, no, he does some stuff. Let's see. Looks like he does some stuff, but in the case of Sentai, he's been done for years. But yeah, this is only a show he appeared in. Welcome to Tokusatsu stuff. But it's nice to see the guy again for this one episode, for this two-parter, and his character did contribute, which is quite nice. And I also appreciate the fact that people who wrote this episode clearly gave him something to do. I mean, yeah, he's basically kind of like acting like a mentor. That's most what this guy, this character is kind of used for. Yeah, just be a mentor. Just he's upset with basically his pupil overgoing this particular fool's quest, and then he realizes though his mistake, and then apparently it's revealed at the very end that Riki can go back to Water City. You're like, wait, I thought in this episode it's revealed that he kind of discarded it. To get the power form that apparently the Creator King gave him. But apparently, according to the Elder, he says that apparently the son can inherit the father's power of water, and so he got it fixed, put it on him. He is able to return it, no problem. I got handed this two-parter. I mean, I even like the fact that we have basically a guest star going in the cockpit who's basically in Monster because normally, but they wouldn't do this. But my guess is probably for this one episode, it's probably a one-off thing, and I highly doubt they could do it ever again. But who knows? But I'd say of these 5 episodes, the 15-16 is an excellent two-parter. Yeah, it's really good. I'd say the previous 3, I'd say that 13 is quite interesting. So it's 12, but I'd say probably the weakest episode is 14. Yep, 14. Okay, so that's the episode with you. Next up, I actually have an actual comic corner. Yes, a comic corner. And then basically take a little bit of a break. I'm going to finish the comics up and then basically resume watching Boukenger while watching the next 4 episodes. And there's a reason why I'm going to stop at 4. At least there's a reason this time, not just 4 one-shot episodes. Oh no, this is, well, I'll talk about it in the next video, okay? See you. Bye.